vocabulary, I decided to find something that would gear to vocabulary or math language, which I did. And so I gave this, and I was so surprised as to how they performed. And this let me know that vocabulary, I'm going to have to zero in on vocabulary as well from the math point of view. Based on this, they were worried because they thought this was going to be a grade that I would put in the system for them. But I told them no, that this was just to know what they know, and for me to know where to go. Right, and because I was doing the multiplication, these words relate to it, and because I'm doing the decimals as well, you see that they tie in with it, with the math language and the vocabulary. So I hope to find more vocabulary, or to put. I love doing vocabulary at the beginning of my lessons.
Right, I do too.
And it is something that I try to emphasize. So even if I can't find it online, I'll try to make it my own, even to do it on Quizlet.
Math dictionary.
I have those too. I use those as well. But I mean, something where they have, even though they're learning, but they'll have fun doing it. So even if I can't get it online, I'll try my best to make it maybe on Quizlet or something like that. But I intend to use more vocabulary and math language to reinforce.
So many
You have,
words.
or you have,
Sometimes if we get the chance, we want to sit down.
no problem.
Just like the ELA.
No problem.
I have little sticky notes when I run across them. I'll write them down or what have you. And a lot of times I don't have the time to just go over all of them and see how in depth they are. But you can tell if they're pretty good websites when the games and different things pop up.
All
So I
right,
don't
no
know.
problem. Okay. All right. So I thank you very much for your inputs. I really enjoyed the discussion, and of course, we remember that we're going to go back for Miss Garvey. So you're taking it from basic and from short passages and building.
Yes.
And so I am grateful. Okay. All right. Also, I would like to know the artifacts that will be reviewed for next week.
So will we continue with bringing in student work again, or would we like to, October 9th, or would we like to begin preparing for collegial walkthroughs, again? Or are we,
I think next week we can continue with the student work.
okay,
And then the other week,
Yes,
Alright.
because
And
this
then-
week I'm doing, looking in depth at character, comparing characters. So I'd like to share.
finished up. Okay.
okay.
And I'm doing
So
practice
our
and
tiny
first
things,
student-
alright.
this is
Share.
student work, and this week's walkthroughs, we will continue to be focusing on, it sounds like, is it vocabulary, Mrs. DeWar and everybody that's gonna?
Yes, we had realized that vocabulary is very important, and so everybody, a matter of fact, some form of vocabulary was done today.
Get
I
out of
mean,
here.
yes, Miss Wilson came with her vocabulary. I came with my math vocabulary. Miss Bond did science, and oh wow, Miss Bond vocabulary was in that piece of writing that the students had to do. You saw punctuation marks, you saw synonyms. I mean, there are so many things coming out of it. So everybody's gearing towards vocabulary, building those students.
Okay, I got to read KK paper.
Oh yes,
that's
before we
true.
go.
This is
You
KK.
gotta hear this.
Now she's a rooster, and they had a rubric, and they are supposed to sequence the digestive system from the viewpoint of the food. The food is talking. This is KK. I was strolling around the farm looking for food. I overheard Mrs. Hill mother. We are having rooster for Christmas dinner. I grasped with fear and ran to hide behind a bush. I thought it was safe, but Mr. Hill found me because the bush was shaking. He caught me, and she was just doing it to help me tight. I started to quiver, but there was no escape. My life is coming to an end. Mrs. Hill took me to the house. She plucked, she said, all my feathers off. She got me ready for the meal. She roasted me in the oven. After 1 hour and a half, she took me out and put me on the table. She called her family to come and eat me. She carved me into small pieces and put me on the plate. She said she stabbed me with a fork and lifted me up into a dark hole. I was chewed up into small pieces of food. I was wet with saliva, and the tongue threw me in the back of the throat. I slid all the way down into the stomach and esophagus now. There was acid all over me, and I was forced out into a small intestine. There I was munched and squeezed into smaller pieces of food. I was forced into, and now she said big, but I thought, give me another word for big. She said, I was forced into the enormous intestine. All of the water was squeezed out of me. And I said, KK, now how you going to get out? She said, well, and down into an opening, I went out. And I said, what you look like, KK? She says, I went out with a new shape.